Okay, so now that we're at the carburetor part, what I want to show everybody is how the carburetor works. So we're going to work on the carburetor. I just wanted to put it in position with all the springs on it so everybody knows. If you remember me correctly saying when we were looking at this part, this is on rabbit, this is on full throttle, this is on turtle, this is on low throttle, full throttle, low throttle, full throttle, low throttle, okay? Now look at the springs, how they react with this, okay? So, right now, this is in a closed position. The air will go through this one, but it will stop here. But it will still go through just a little bit to make it go at low RPMs. Once we do this, put it on rabbit, is full throttle, which means that butterfly valve is now open. The air can now go directly right through the carburetor. This here is your choke valve. This is run, choke, run, choke. Okay, so choke means you're not letting any air in whatsoever, and just a little bit of air is getting through, and there is a lot of gas that is going from here into the cylinder. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this carburetor, and the way we do that, we're just going to take this spring off, and we're going to put this into the gas tank. This nipple right here is where the fuel line goes in. There is no filter between this and the fuel line. There is a fuel filter in the gas tank itself. Okay, so in order to take everything apart, you're going to need to remove those. That just takes out this fuel valve, and you can watch the fuel go from in here, out those holes, through here, and then into the carburetor bowl. Okay, so this can come off. This part here comes off with a 10mm wrench. Those two come off with a 10mm wrench. So you need a 10mm wrench for just 1, 2, 3 connections. Okay, and a regular star bit for those connections. Okay, and we're going to take this apart piece by piece just so everybody knows what we're looking at, and we're also just going to do a small pan right now about it. One thing I want to let you all know, if you have a gasket which is stuck on this surface or this surface, that gasket will hinder you from finding holes, because I decided to work on this carburetor previously with this gasket still stuck on, and that hole right there was hidden. As a result of all the problems that I was having, that hole was hidden, and if I'd have found it and cleaned it out earlier, I would not be having these problems. But because this is my second round for making a video, your first time watching it, I'm able to tell you to look out for those holes. Those holes are extremely important. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it apart completely. I'm going to take this out, I'll take this off, and this off. Okay? Oh, and when you're looking at these valves here, remember I said this is choke? That's open. And this here is the throttle. Okay, so we're going to look right through it. That's throttle closed, open. See that? The air can go right through it. This is full throttle on rabbit, turtle, rabbit, turtle. Fast, slow, fast, slow. Okay, and this is your choke valve. So this is in the run position. Now it's in choke position. Okay, so once we got all our carburetor components taken out completely, I am now going to show you what they were, starting with the fuel line. This is fuel in. The fuel goes into this hole here. If you were to blow it and you were to put water compression in there, that is intake. It comes out of this hole right here. It flows directly through. Now it goes into this hole, or it doesn't go into this hole, because this entire thing here is the on-off switch, which is this part here. Okay, this is the on-off switch. This is what it looks like. Let me put it in the sunlight so you can see it better. On-off switch. Yes. It goes on as you had seen it. Just like this. Okay? Like that. This is fuel off, fuel on. That little crevice that you see in there is what allows the fuel to flow through. Okay? It sits directly right on top of this gasket. When I had taken this off previously, there was a washer in there, a metal washer that was in there. And that is wrong because according to the exploded diagram, that metal washer sits on top of this. And then this sits on top of this, securing this against that gasket. Just so everybody knows. Okay, so you see this here, I had to come up with my own rubber gasket because the metal gasket that I had was shredded all to shit because I left it sitting out and it rusted out. So clean this out, replace this if you need to, and that is how the on-off switch works. Moving on. Once it goes down, you can see that there's a daylight at the bottom. That daylight is that hole right there. What is this part? This is the sediment holder. So fuel comes in. If there's any debris that is coming in through the fuel line that made it through it, it'll go and settle into this. So this here part is crucial to cleaning. There is no gasket attached to this. It is on the bottom. There's a rubber gasket right there, okay? This screw is simply just right out. You can get something into there to clean it out, what have you. Okay? There's no holes, there's no nothing in it. It's just a cap that screws right into there. Alright? Now, once it comes out through there, here's my pointer, there is holes. You see that brass hole right there? So you needed to drill that and plug it. So that hole goes right here on the inside. I don't know if you can see it too well. There's a tiny hole that is right there, and it goes directly into this part, which is the float valve, the float needle valve. That float needle valve is this, which sits into there, and it's into there like that. All right, so it is actually sitting upside down like this, and when it's empty, it'll open. It'll sit down open. That'll open it up, letting gas through. Gas will come in and level it off, plugging up this hole, making the gas stop. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. Gas comes through this hole and spills into the bowl. And the bowl sits just like this. And this one is somewhat clean. I could clean up a little bit better. But this here is your drain valve. Okay, do not undo this. This screw, which is right there with the washer on it, will only hold this in. If you want to drain this, unscrew this one. If you want to take this off, unscrew that one. Okay? There is no other holes. There is no other nothing aside from what it is that you just see here. Okay? Once that gas is in there, it's sitting just like this. Gas is up there to the fuel bowl. It's hitting this. It now goes up into here. Gas goes into this part here, not necessarily through this hole. You see, this plugs up this hole. Gas will never go in through right there. What gas does is goes through this hole, and there's another one on the other side of it. Okay? So gas gets sucked up into here by way of the piston. And you see that little brass ball? That's a manufacturing hole, which they needed to plug up so they could drill directly right across and go into here. Oh, go drill directly right across so they could create an access for the gas to go into here, into this part here, and goes up there. So there's a toll that follows this direction. And there's going to be a hole right in this area here. You see that flat spot? That is the pilot, which I took out. Let's see here. Okay, That is right there. If you look down into there, there's a hole at the bottom. That is the pilot setting, which is this one right here. Now, because gas eats carburetors, there was a gasket which is right here. It is now gone. That's just a seal to seal the area when this sits in there. There's a seal right there. There's supposed to be one right there. I don't have that anymore. I gotta go get one, or I gotta replace this entirely. But this one sits directly into there, and see these flat sides? Those flat sides are in line with this hole. So this hole flows through. See that hole right there, daylight? Now, gas goes through there and comes out of that hole from inside, comes up and goes out here. Okay, gas comes out here ultimately and into the carburetor. All right? Almost complicated, but not really. Now, when you spray carburetor fluid into that hole, you should see fluid coming from out of the holes. If you see 3 holes in that spot right by that pin, that's where the carburetor fluid, the gas, the fuel should be flowing through when it's not on full throttle. This is this is close to this is turtle, rabbit, okay? So it's small RPMs, large RPMs, small RPMs, large RPMs. This is the throttle, remember? Now, this hole here has to do with the air going inside the carburetor. So when you flush that out, it will come out that side and also go in through the carburetor. There's many holes that are inside the carburetor, okay? That hole right there is also a hole which goes directly through onto inside here, which goes down here. Okay, so this is a jet. This one's been cleaned out, but when it sits in the carburetor, this is the way the carburetor sits. This is how it's situated. This is the part that sticks out into it, okay? And make sure that there's daylight all the way through and all the holes. As you can see, yes, there is. So this goes into there. It does not screw in. It just goes in there nicely. And you can tell, if you look through here, can't really see it, but it does stick out. The nub does stick out. I'll push it in there a little bit more. Here, a snap. I can't really see it on this side. I might be able to see it more on this side. You can sort of see the nub. I know I can. Anyways, once that is in there, then this goes in. This is important. This has a single hole in the middle, and that hole has been cleaned out. There is no other hole on the side. So that goes in right here. It screws in, and then you just turn it with a screwdriver and you just snug it in. Okay? Once you get that in, and you put your float bowl in correctly, and then this, and then this, and then reassemble it. That is the tear down for this carburetor. Okay? Now, yeah. Make sure you discover all these holes, because I know you will not. Let's talk about this pilot jet a little bit further. See how those holes run in there? See that? This pilot jet right here? It's flat right there, but on the round side here, that's where the hole is. You need to put it in correctly with the flat side against that against the carburetor body. The flat spread against a little triangle, and it needs to be straight. It cannot be crooked. So you put it in there nice and straight, and then you just press it down. Okay? And then you secure it in by that screw. See those threads? This is what this is. This is actually the setting for the throttle. Okay? So that screw goes right back into that hole, and that secures this part here as well. And then hopefully that will be it. So that will be the end of this carburetor explanation. I'm just going to put this apart, or I'm just going to put this back together and put it back onto the carburetor or the pressure washer and continue on with the rebuild. But this is a separate video which is also attached to my main video for the engine rebuild, and now you all know about this one. Thank you. My name is Sean Carlson from Blackjack Canadian Enterprises of Vancouver, BC.